Ooh. Okay, got about an hour and a half max. I'm treating my mum to a curry today on the Illusion, all the trimmings. So I've got about an hour and a half, 90 minutes. Started this live at 5:20 because Elizabeth's funeral is 520 days after Prince Philip's. So I thought, why not start this live at 5:20? Just got home from a wonderful bike ride with my amazing mother. She showed me around a couple of apartments she owns, and then we went for a bike ride, stopped off for a drink on the canal, and I'm going to treat her to a curry tonight. So it was amazing spending some quality time with my mum, who is a legend. Joey's in the house. I'll be talking about Joey during this live. Hello, baby. Chronic masturbator. Hey, SC K267. How you doing, baby? You good? 8 in the live, 2 likes. Elizabeth born, 421, the 82nd prime. Prince William born in 82, like Kate Middleton. Big year, 82. Hope all is well with you and you've been getting out of the comfort zone. I'm never really in a comfort zone, to be honest with you. I'm always challenging myself. I told you I don't go to bed unless I've learned something new. But it's been amazing to be around people I haven't seen in years, and the reception that I'm getting. 14 in the life, 4 likes for my birthday, baby. Elizabeth line opened, 144th day of the year. It's been amazing. The best thing about being back home is my family, number one. Number one, the family, no doubt. Number 2, friends. Number 3, I'd probably say the food. Like I said, I'm getting a curry tonight. The weather's been all right, hasn't it? To be fair, the weather's been fine. A bit chilly, that's why you see me in a jacket. If you don't often see me in. 15 in the live, 6 likes, 911, the 156 prime. I didn't sleep again last night. I slept about 2 hours. But before I get into what's going on, 14 in the live, 6 likes, Donald Trump's birthday. Before I get into it, I just want to give a huge shout out to Red Pill Monkey, Joey Williams, Gintada. We had an amazing day yesterday, a day I'll never forget. And the synchronicities were mind-blowing. It showed me what this community is all about. Like-minded people who care about each other, that'll do anything for each other. They came over. Red Pill Monkey visited me from Wales. It took him 8 hours to get here. Joey came from Kent with his beautiful, intelligent, passionate girlfriend. We went into Leeds, had a great time, a great laugh. And the syncs, like Joey were telling me the first 2 numbers that were drawn in the National Lottery were number 30 and number 3, like 33. And as he said it, a bus came past seconds after number 33, the bus. There were so many syncs. Look at that 20 in the live, 6 likes. That's when Patreon removed my account for 0 reason on 26, 2 months and 6 days after my birthday. Adam's 26, God 26, 26 letters in the alphabet. Queen equals 26, born in 26, became the queen on 26. Mother died at age 101, 26 prime. So I don't know what my favourite sync was over the weekend. There were so many. Me and Red Pill Monkey, both really talented footballers. So he's seen me play now. I've seen him play. He was at Cheltenham, I think. I was at Bradford. So we went for a ping about because he stayed at my house for 2 nights because of my amazing mum and stepdad. Went for a ping on Sunday morning. I said, let's do crossbar challenge first to 10. And the standard was so high. My first 3 shots, I hit the crossbar. I got 3 in a row doing the crossbar challenge, 3 in a row. I went 3-0 up. And then he got 3 back on me, but not in a row. Went 3-3. Red Pill Monkey was born 3 years, 330 days before me. He was born in 82. All right, I was born in 86. And it went 3-3. And we both knew deep down it was going to go 3-3. But we can't plan that. And I eventually won 10-8. I beat him 10-8. Our standard was so high. And later that day, we went out for food. I had to find a vegan place for him. Because he's really picky with what he eats, which is fair enough. And out of nowhere, we're talking about God and how we're willing to give everything up and we're not afraid of anything. And then he said, what's the significance of 10-8? I was like, 10-8? Well, I guess it's 10 days before event 201. I don't really know, 10-8. Not really sure. Wait, we just played crossbar challenge, mate. I beat you 10-8. He said, what? What? I said, yeah, I just beat you 10-8, didn't I? Crossbar challenge. Red Pole Monkey is getting baptized on October the 8th, 10-8. He was, and it takes a lot to baffle him because he's done this for a long time now. It takes a lot for him to go, wow. He left my house with Joey and Gintala today. Joey can back me up here, just completely. Wasn't planned what time they were leaving. We had a coffee, we had a talk, they had to get off. I was going to hang out with my mum. As they got out, I said, Mum, what time is it? I had no idea. And I wasn't asking to be curious to see what it just happened. I said, what time is it? She said, it's 10:08, Adam. I said, 10:08? I said, wait, Mum, I need to go speak to them. Ran out. Red Pole Monkey, bro, you just left my house at 10:08, 10:08. Like the crossbar challenge game and when you're getting baptized. And I was like, this stuff is, anyone who's going to continue to blame the Masons and the Jesuits, they're not having these things the way I'm having them. And Joey and Red Pole Monkey, and people who truly believe in the numbers. And I'm going to show you some things here, not just with organic things, but just the stuff that's going on in sports, which may be organic. I don't know at this point, because there's so much mockery to what they do. And I'll go through a few codes. So I'll read your comments and I'll crack on. And I'll tell you about the book, because I'm getting bombarded with, when's the book out? How much is it going to be? Can you sign it? I ain't signing anything. It's a PDF. I'm not signing a book for you. But I'm pretty sure by tomorrow, I gave myself that date, 263rd day of the year, the 56th prime. It was organic, but I've said that date because it's the day after a funeral. And I know I would find a few things today, which I did. So it's going to go out tomorrow. I'm not going to tell you what time. I don't know. After I've had my curry and hung out with my mum, I'll probably do another session of like, well, I don't sleep again. Do 6-7 hours of it, and it should be done. Joey had a little read of it, and Gintara, and they were like, and they barely got through any of it. They couldn't believe it. Some of the stuff that I'm telling you, there's probably at least 10, 20, 30 things for each person where they're going to go, wow. Rapture incoming, I believe so. I believe that wholeheartedly. Queen Elizabeth numbers are becoming scary. Don't be scared by it. I understand that, but thank you to Belzino, who did a tweet yesterday, said, if any of you doubted the illusion and mocked him for coding the Queen for the last year or so in every code, and you laughed at him, well, you ain't laughing anymore. You ain't. I've been doing this about the Queen and Kobe and Pope 2 years before anybody, whatever anyone wants to say. I got all these things, and not me. Again, I told you something is assisting me, but it felt right. I was like, I've got to keep doing this with Kobe and the Queen and with the Pope until it doesn't work, until it just consistently doesn't work. And it kept working with everything, and it's finally got me to this point where people go, this illusion guy, wow, he's really good, isn't he? I don't need that. But at this point, if you can't see it, if you read my book, if any of you get my book, which I'm sure most of you will, and at the end of that book, you don't at least go, geez, maybe this reality is coded. Geez, I never even knew that. If you don't learn something that makes you go, wow, then I don't know what to say. I'm at that point. I'll just, there's no point in checking out my work anymore at that point with what I've got. Adam, please tell me what connects to 11/7. 11/7's massive, mate, because 11/7 was the Euro 2020 final date. It's the 11th of July. But more importantly, with 11/7 is 11 times 7 is 77. And that's the semi-final date. England got to the Euro final 7/7, where they beat Denmark. Boris Johnson resigned on 7/7 on the anniversary of the 7/7 bombings. 17 years after it, the 7th prime. He was the 77th prime minister of the UK. So 7/7 all connects to Flight 77, which basically crashed into the World Trade Center 77 minutes after setting off. 77th Meridian West and all of that. Brady was born in 77, who's the GOAT of the NFL. Should have seen my code yesterday for Brady to beat the Saints, the Bucks, pretty much even money. That code is something in itself, what I found. So again, I think I've helped people. When you see a 7-Eleven, like think about all those stores in America. They could have called it any number. They called it 7-Eleven. Start timesing numbers. Start dividing them. Start timesing them by 3. You'll start seeing what the numbers really represent. Don't just see it as 11/7 or 7/11. You got to 7 times 11. Even do 11 divided by 7. Like you'll find. Again, I don't want to give all my secrets away. You'll have that in the book, and I kind of want to give them away, but I don't know. I know what I've given up to acquire what I have. It hasn't been given to me. So when people say you should just be giving out everything for 3, it's like, no, what I've given up to get this knowledge, and the lack of sleep. Again, 2 hours yesterday. I slept for 2 hours. 2 hours. We played pool yesterday, which was great. I'll tell you before I get into everything else. Like, I feel like being back home, I've got a newfound respect for like the countryside and the people of England. The food, like towards the end when I went to go to LA, I was like, England, it's just the same old routine, same people, shitty weather, everyone's miserable. I don't feel that anymore. So I've got a newfound appreciation for England. I know a lot of people want me to move back, but I have a really nice life in Mexico. But I believe this time it will be harder to leave. The other times I was okay, I'm ready to go. I think this one I might stay a little bit longer than usual. Hello, Divine. I would love to see you before I leave. Divine Feminine, live in UK, all the way from London, baby. Tobin swinging in, baby. How you doing? 7th like, nice. Shout out Rambo for the lottery. Yeah, Rambo's on Twitter. I did a podcast with him. I'm gonna meet him for a drink. He lives in Manchester. Rambo's another guy. I'll probably get along with him just as much as I did with Joey and Red Pill Monkey. I know we think in life that you have to know someone, you have to go to school with them, you've got to work with them, they've got to be a bloodline. No, I can tell when I know I'm going to get along with somebody. All right. And I knew. I'm letting a guy from Wales who I've never met come and stay. I guess it's not my house. That's my mum being amazing. And then Joey, I'd never met. Gintar, I never met. The amount of people I've now met who wanted to meet me, who I didn't actually physically know. You got to have something about you to do that. Again, I ain't afraid. My whole thing is if I meet somebody and they turn out to be a serial killer and they want to take out the illusion, then it's part of the code. I just let it be. I let it be, like the Beatles said. I do let it be. I've got some Beatles code in my book as well. Here comes the sun, Prince Charles. Here comes the sun. He's a Jesuit. It's all right. So yeah, I've got all sorts of stuff. Like, man, I've always been trying to tell people that everything's connected, everything. But what I was doing at the beginning was telling you everything within entertainment is connected. No, everything in the world is connected. Everything. And there are no coincidences. They don't exist. Anyone who wants to use that word, it's a made-up word. They don't exist. Coincidences are nonsense. There's patterns, okay? There's destiny and all of that. There's no coincidences. Now, how many coincidences are there? I'm sure someone's going to read my book and say, oh, coincidence. Oh, that's another one. That's another coincidence there. Oh, wow, that's another coincidence. And do that all the way through the book. It's like, at what point can you not identify a pattern? Who else we got here? Michael, looking boss lad, having problems joining your website. When you get a chance, when you have done your live and have a moment, try and guide me through it somehow. Yeah, I'll help you. I've helped many people with it. Is it signing into it or is it signing up to it? It's 2 different things. Just let me know if it's signing up or if it's signing in. If it's either, I can help you, mate. But I appreciate you supporting me. 10-8 is when cops are called back. Wow, didn't know that. Actor Ezra Miller, spiritual advisor, who will tell them they were the next Messiah and that the Freemasons were sending demons out to kill them. Wow. Hola, Adam. Keep on enjoying England. Thank you, Jenny. I'm still like getting used to the weather. I'm still don't know what time it is. I don't know what time it is right now in Mexico. And I'm getting so many messages, which is nice. And I want to tell Kathy, all right, if you're watching this, Kathy, I can't respond to iMessages 6079 Smith. For whatever reason, I cannot respond to iMessages. So, Kathy, when you said to me, I know what you are doing right now, that's a bit creepy. I'm not sure what you're talking about. I know what you are doing right now. I don't know what that is. So if you can help me out with that, if you're in the chat, what do you mean by that? And 6079, you know how much I love your work and appreciate you in the comments you leave on my website. You're a great guy. If you keep iMessaging me, I can read them. I can't respond. I've tried to FaceTime you. It doesn't let me. If you want to try FaceTime me, it might work. So I ain't ignoring you because I don't ignore people. Yeah, Adam stopped us walking like a trans. Yes, Joey and I were pretending to walk like females. It's so unnatural. You should try it. When can we meet, Adam? Happy face, man. I need to give you my number, bro. Again, my schedule is just wild, but I'm also a free spirit at the same time. I'll figure out meeting you. Tell me where. Tell me what you want to do. You've always supported me. Email me, I guess, and we can figure it out. I haven't responded to emails for quite a while, actually. Go on, Adam. Go on, Divine. How are you doing? It's God's blueprint, lad, but the Masons try their best to neutralize the codes. Speaking of blueprint, Jay-Z's most successful album is called Blueprint, and it was released 9/11/2001. And a blueprint means a plan. Coincidence. Again, Adam, don't give away everything. Don't give it all away. Woo-hoo! But you can check that out for yourself. Blueprint, Jay-Z released 9/11/2001, his most successful album ever. Blueprint means plan. Do whatever you want with that information, but you can check it yourself. Ooh, ooh, got myself some blackcurrant cardio, baby. I really hope I sleep tonight, but I'm not sure I'm gonna with the old book. I kind of want to get it done. It'd be one less thing to think about. But I've just got this feeling like once it's out there, I'm gonna find something else. And I'm like, but at least it's not getting printed. By the way, if you want this book, a few people told me this. I was actually speaking to Joey about it. I would heavily recommend, if you get this book, print it, laminate it. He said, what if something happens to you, Illusion? La, la, la. And yeah, fair enough. Print it. It's not that many pages. Laminate it and have people read it. I have the utmost confidence in the world that anyone who actually will go out of the way to actually read it will have their mind blown. It could change their life. I think the people who are aware of the code and very good at it, they'll be impressed by the book. They'll go, wow, I didn't know that. Oh, I didn't know that. But if you're kind of sitting on the fence or you're new to it, this will be the thing that makes you go, all right, okay, I'm in. I'm all in now. I'm all in. Adam had a beautiful talk with my father. It was the first time having a long sit-down talk with him in such a long time. That's amazing. Yeah, like I am so gifted from my family, to be honest. I know people have difficult upbringings and challenging, and I don't know, they might be violence or I don't know, get bossed around. I've been so fortunate with mine. 77 is a powerful number. Yeah, the 77th United Nations Assembly. You just said the G7, which is 77 because G is the seventh letter of the alphabet. So that was another 77 with Boris, where they're all walking around eating tapas without masks on when we're all supposed to be wearing them. You've emailed me, Happy Face Ban. I'll get back to you after this. Kathy, there we go. So it's funny to see you in warm clothes. I was getting a bit weird. I felt that, like, I don't know, like you had a camera installed in my house. So when you said, I know what you're doing right now, Kathy, I don't know. I didn't watch the funeral. I couldn't. People said you should watch it and code it. I can't. I can't watch that. So I've been out, like the bike ride. Again, where I live in Mexico, as Kathy knows. Hey, Victor, how you doing, bro? You good? Where I live in Mexico, there's not many places to like ride your bike. Whereas here, there's so many beautiful places like the woods and stuff like that, riding on the canal. Yeah, I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying it a lot, to be honest. It's different to having my swim shorts on and swimming in the morning. But there's a local swimming baths as well. £5.5 for Satan to go for an hour seems a bit steep, but I can go swim for an hour for basically a fiver. I don't need to swim for longer than an hour. So I'll email you back, Happy Face Man, either after my career or before. Depends how long this live is. I live pretty much in Bradford, but I don't want to say exactly where. I'll tell you all of that in an email. Oh, I went out with Red Pill Monkey. We had a great night out. We went to a bar that did 80s music, and I told you, Red Pill Monkey is basically me. All right, with a Welsh accent. I can't really do it. But remember, my dad's Welsh, which connects to Prince Charles, the Prince of Wales. And when Princess Diana died, I was in Wales. Like, you can't, again, I need my own book, like, other than these codes for my life. This syncs the whole life. Somebody would mention 11-7. My parents are split up. My dad lives at number 11, my mum at 7, 11-7. And she just took me to an apartment today. I said, what number is it? She went, Adam. I went, no, seriously, I don't want to code it. I said, what number is the apartment we're going into? 3. Like mine in Mexico. Her apartment's number 3 that she showed me, that she rents out. She just kind of giggled. She kind of giggled. So what have we got? Good afternoon from the USA, baby. Group of 77. Let's have a look. Because that is, remember, her silver jubilee was in 77. And what's it saying? The group of 77 at the United Nations is a coalition of 134 developing countries. Remember that 134 is Kobe Bryant's last ever game, the 13th of April. And this was founded, look, the group of 77 was founded the 15th of June, which is 156, and 9/11 is the 156 prime. So I think I've got a bit about this. It's funny how your boy Federer just retired. It's from Switzerland, and the group of 77's in Geneva, and the United Nations headquarters basically in Geneva. And it says here, group of 24. And I'm almost certain that Roger Federer had a 24-year career. I just seen I've got 24 likes. I've got something with Federer, which I ain't going to give away, but it's pretty cool. Like the syncs that I made, I was like, ooh, 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 ooh. I was like, ooh. Sometimes I'm doing that now by myself. I'll find a sync, I woo, but I don't go loud. I like go, ooh, woo, 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 woo. And like the way I'm typing now as well, it's like a joke. It's like I'm on drugs, man. It's crazy. It's like I'm an Elton John in Rocket Man. I think I've got him in my code as well. Him. Man City on 17 goals and 17 points. I called it. I said Man City would win 3-0. I said it. I'll try and remember without looking at the code. Modern day Freemasonry was founded in 1717. The Freemasons saved Manchester City from basically going out of business. And Man City, their goal difference is plus 17 with 17 points after 7 games. 17 is the 7th prime. I think Wolves dropped to 1-3-3 in the league. 1 win, 3 draws, 3 losses, 1-3-3. Football's 1-3-3. Francis became the Pope, 13-3. We know the lowest scoring Super Bowl ever is 13-3 with Brady, where the Patriots won that. So I got loads of stuff why it would be 3-0. And the beautiful thing is I was right here with my brother. And I said, what are you looking into? He said, City Wolves game. I said, let me look. In 2 minutes, and he's on my website. He can back this up. He's like, wow, he told all his friends. In 2 minutes, I said, Man City win 3-0. They're winning. Like I posted the code for them at win on my website. So they're winning 3-0 with all the goal difference that I saw. And yeah, they won 3-0. It's a joke. That 3-0 as well connects to 113. Coronavirus declared on 113. 11th of March, 30th prime. So you got quite a few 3-0s. You got a few 3-0s, didn't you? Arsenal, the only team to ever go for tea with the Queen. They won 3-0. Man City won 3-0. Don't get me started on the Tottenham game. I've already nailed that. Like with Son, who didn't score a goal in 8 games. and now he has 3 and 9. I've told you 3 and 9 is all about Jesus. And then Tottenham are third. Man City, 5 wins, 2 draws. Spurs, 5 wins, 2 draws. Seems just so obvious. That's the year she became the queen in 52 at age 25. 52 plus 25 is 77. If you want another 77. Woo! Arsenal one seemed pretty straightforward. 6 wins, 1 loss. 61's the 18th prime to get to 18 points. 6 plus 6 plus 6 is 18. 1 plus 8 is 9. The Real Madrid one was an absolute joke, like, to be honest with you. That could be up there with the biggest joke of the weekend. They beat their big rivals, Atletico Madrid, to get to 18 points. They opened the scoring after 18 minutes, and 18 minutes later, after 36, they got the winning goal, Valverde. And then Hermoso, which means like guapo, handsome, he scored after 83 minutes, the 23rd prime, which is the 9th prime, and then he gets sent off 8 minutes later. I'm like, just a joke that. And Real Madrid are the kings of Europe, owned by royalty. You have the crown and the logo. I said Barcelona would beat that team comfortably. Somebody said it would be a draw. They beat them 3-0, I think, for another 3-0. All these 3-0s that were going on. Or 3 goals like Real Madrid, Atletico Madrid. Just threes galore. Threes galore. Real Madrid, who were founded 3-6, 666, the 36 triangular number. Probably one of the reasons why they're so good. Literally, they were founded 3-6, Real Madrid. And they got this winning goal against Atletico Madrid after 36 minutes. It's just a joke. And 18 plus 36 is 54. And Elizabeth died on the 251st day of the year, which is the 54th prime. Jesuit orders 54. IHS is 18 and 36. If you don't know who they are, that's the Society of Jesus, who people think are controlling this world, when in reality they're not. They're aware of the code. All right. 100%. They're not dictating the outcomes. All right. They can play around, they can own the gambling stuff and know how it all works. Again, if someone like me can turn around and say, this is what's going to happen, this is what the score is going to be. If they've been doing this since birth and they know how it all works and they own bookies, they can dictate the algorithm. They can mess around with the odds. They can probably do all of that, but they can't change the outcome, in my opinion. Is Wolves your hometown club? Adam, can you say hello to Ursula? Hello, Ursulita. Ursula, Ursula's a girl that I used to teach, and she's one of those girls or kids that when you see her, she makes you smile. I love Ursula. Ursula's amazing. Paula, there's quite a few of them. Lucrecia, like you see them. Alex, you just see them, and they're just smiling. Hey, Mr. Adam, like they're all happy and hyper to see me. The guys are great as well, but 15, 16-year-old guy, hey, Mr. Adam, hey, Adam. Like, it's how I was. But yeah, Ursulita, she went, so where I used to teach in Mexico, she went I can't remember where, she may have gone to Canada or the US for a year, and she loved it. So Jesus is in the house. He's a legend, guys. Jesus, another kid that I used to teach, really nice kid, very smart, good footballer as well. You better still be playing Jesus. Actually, I think the last time I played football with the students, I think Jesus was on my team. Played this little mini tournament. It was fun. So I think they all know it. I think every single kid from that school knows how much I care about them. That I visit them, I'll play football with them. I'll give them advice. I'll help them with the work if they need it. And they know I didn't leave because I didn't like teaching them. I had a great time with them, and they learned a lot with me. So I don't know. Who knows? Will I ever go back? I don't think so. But I might go back in a different role. I don't know. But again, hopefully they'll remember me for the rest of their life. There's certain teachers I remember when I was a kid that I still look up to. So if I can inspire those kids, then wait, Ursula, you're Jesus. What happened? That was dramatic. We miss you, Mr. Adam. I miss you all too as well. I miss you all too. Ursula, I should be back in Mexico in about 3 weeks. I don't even have a return flight yet. But I will be going back. There's a few people in Mexico saying, "You're not going to come back, are you? You ain't coming back, are you?" Yeah, I am. I'm coming back. I just don't have a date, and I'll come visit you. I'll spend the day there. Oh, a few hours. England or Argentina, who's going to win? It's all changed now. I said, didn't I, a year and a half ago, England win it if the Queen dies before the World Cup, and she has. And I found some wild syncs to indicate that. I'll give you a few examples. One of them is a personal sync with me, but if you know all the personal syncs with me, you'll see how big they are. So just tiny details like the upcoming World Cup is in. Hey, Ruben. Hello, mate. Ruben's a great lad as well. I can't say a bad word about any of the students that I taught at the school. Sorry, guys, if the students are getting my attention, but they're great kids, man. How you doing, Ruben? If you're at school, I hope you're on a recess. You're not in class listening to me. And what are you doing over there, Ruben? Oh, I'm listening to Mr. Adam. Who? Mr. What? The illusion. Yeah, I tried to keep that quiet from people. And I do remember when people started figuring it out, they thought I was losing my mind, which was understandable. Because like I'd have the footy lad saying, "Mr. Adam, you see the United game?" I'm like, I don't watch it anymore. What? Yeah, I'm not interested now. They couldn't understand it. So you don't like football anymore? I love football, mate. I just ain't watching these pros run around the field. I'm not interested anymore. It was hard. Alex, guys, this is a joke. Big Alex is in the house. Phenomenal swimmer. Guys like Michael Phelps. His dad, Luis, is an incredible guy. He's always been good to me. I used to coach Alex. He once hit this ping when I was training him. That 40-yard ping in top corner. I remember it was a pink ball. I don't know why I had a pink ball, but boom, pinged it in. So going back to England or Argentina, I'll say England at this point. People may say it's too obvious. It may well be, but again, the code indicates it. So, for example, it's 2022. It's the 22nd edition of the World Cup. I was born exactly 22 weeks before my mum's birthday. Harry Kane, the current England captain, he was born exactly 22 weeks after Bobby Moore died, who was the captain of England in '66. This was in 1993, year 9-3, which goes back to Jesus. I have so many spans, which I'm not going to give you all right now. The England code's outstanding. The Argentina code's spectacular. Brazil. And then after that, I'm not sure. I'll say number 4 is maybe Germany. But if England or Argentina are not in that final, I'll be bedazzled. The stuff I have for Argentina to have an amazing tournament. Have you not noticed how England are playing Iran? There's a war theme as well. And you have Argentina of Saudi Arabia. The whole reason why the tournament's in Qatar is to do with Jesus Christ, the Middle East. Again, let's not fall for the trap of it's all corruption. It's all about money why it's in Qatar. Guys, the money is printed paper. And when it's digital, it's just numbers on a screen. It ain't about money. It's biblical. It's way bigger than Qatar's rich country. That's why they're holding the book. It's nothing to do with that. All right? There ain't anything to do with that. So I know, for example, that Argentina's opening game is on the anniversary of JFK's assassination. And they're playing Saudi Arabia. Notice how WWE started taking their talent to Saudi Arabia. Crown Jewel, Crown. All right. And I've done an unbelievable decode for why Roman Reigns and Drew McIntyre had that main event at WWE Clash at the Castle. All right. And that was on 9-3 for another 9-3. It was called Clash at the Castle. 62,000 in attendance. Remember, Queen equals 62. She was coronated June the 2nd, 6-2 in 1953. The 60-second triangular number. That's why yesterday you had Tottenham, who are connected to the Queen, beat Leicester 6-2. All right. And they were up 5-2 at that point. And all the stuff that I told you about Son, why you got that hat trick. Well, this Clash at the Castle was obviously before the Queen died. It was 5 days before. And it was in Cardiff, Wales. Prince Charles, the Prince of Wales. Okay. Wales has the dragon on it, which is Satan. It's a lot to take in. All right. And you had Roman Reigns, like the Vatican, and you had Drew McIntyre, who's Scottish, and then she died in Scotland, which you'll find out why it was in Scotland in my book. So again, the fact that they called it Clash at the Castle 5 days before she died, and the main event was Roman Reigns, which all goes back to Rome. That's why Italy won the Euros, and the first game of the Euros was in Rome, Italy against Turkey, and up against Drew McIntyre, which he was called the Chosen One at the beginning of his career. The Chosen One. So yeah, I'm not going to go into all the numbers of that, but you'll see how everything's connected. You really will. I know, Kathy, you got a school reunion going on. Larsie says hello. Larsie messages me most days. He's a very intelligent kid. But I say to him sometimes, I'm like, sometimes you just got to get on other people's level. If you see that everyone's not interested in what you're talking about, if you're talking about World War II to teenagers, they ain't interested. You've got to find a balance. Like now I'm meeting all these people that want to meet me. Most of them still remember me as Edders or Adam, the footballer, the lad, the funny guy. So I'd be that around them. I will only ever talk about these numbers now if somebody asks me. I ain't preaching them. I won't make a point, but they're coming to me now. I'm a bit more open to what you've been doing. Started watching your lives. How's it work? I'll go in. All right. Unless you ask me now, I ain't bringing it up. I'll just be me. Let's talk about regular things. I won't really get into the footy talk and all that. I can do it if I have to be polite. You know, sometimes you gotta know when to be polite and just, all right, I'm gonna speak to these for 10 minutes. I'll go to the level, it's fine. But I don't rave on about numbers like I used to. I don't have to prove anything at this point with what I've done. Scotland equals 47, Elizabeth equals 47, peacefully equals 47, Freemason compass set at 47 degrees. Vatican's 47, as is Francis. Independence Day is basically the 4th of July, which is 47. The Basilica was struck by lightning twice on February the 11th. 211 is the 47th prime. 47 is the 15th prime. That's why she oversaw 15 prime ministers. All right. She went after she basically told everyone Liz Truss was going to be the next prime minister. In Liz we trust. All right. The 15's big. That's why Barcelona just got the 5th win, stayed on 1 draw, and dropped the other team to 1 draw and 5 losses. It's when the Illuminati were founded, 1-5, the 1st of May. Messi has the Queen numbers, though. It's too obvious for England to win, but it's also too chaotic for Argentina to win. If it's the last World Cup, they can do whatever they want. If this is the rapture and this is basically the end times or the return of Jesus and all of that, they ain't going to worry about it being obvious. They don't have a say. I've learned this isn't about the bookies now and saying that's too obvious. It ain't about the bookies and stuff like that. Whoever's supposed to win that are meant to win it, and they ain't stopping them. Unless the World Cup doesn't go ahead and some major goes on, like we're hearing about on like September the 24th, something huge is going to happen. Everyone around the world's going to know where they are on that day. Remember, 24 times 9 is 216. 6 times 6 times 6 is 216. It may be something. It might be a trap. It might be too obvious, but yeah. If it gets to that World Cup and it ends like it's supposed to on December the 18th, the day after the Pope's birthday, whoever wins that is meant to win it. It's not because there's X amount of money on Brazil, so we better not let them win. Again, they don't care about money. They don't want you to have it, but they know in reality, anyone winning big money on gambling is probably going to lose it again. They ain't worried about your money. They don't want you to have it. They're not too worried about you winning a bit through gambling. And by the way, the prices here now are scandalous. 5-6 quid a beer. I nearly choked on it the first time I went in. So I was going in these bars that used to be 250. And I know it's been 5 years. But again, 6 quid a drink. You're buying like a bag of crisps for like 2 quid. What is this? Wow. Just scandalous, to be honest with you, the prices that are here. That's why you got to go to old-fashioned Weatherspoons. Oh, I'll have to tell you my Weatherspoon story. So, for anyone here who don't know what Weatherspoons is, it's basically the cheapest bar, but they're nice. Like they're clean, they're nice. There's good energy in them. I would say there's nothing bad about it, but they're cheaper. And I went out yesterday to Leeds with Red Pill Monkey, Gintada, and Joey, and we got up. They sat down. They ordered food. Did Joey and Gintada, who are a couple. So I went to the bar with Red Pill Monkey. I said, "What you having, mate?" He was like, "I'm not going to do his accent. I can't do it. I'll have to work on it." He was like, £6 is about 4.5. What's £6? $8, $9 or something. I don't know. And I said, "What do you want, mate?" He said, "I don't really want to drink." So we went out the night before, and he said, "I'll just have a black." He literally said, "I'll have a blackcurrant cordial and a cup of coffee." I was like, "Oh, big time." I said, "Oh, I'll have a Peroni." I'm a big fan of Peroni, the bottled beer Peroni, Italian beer. And then Joey appeared up. I went, "Mate, do you want a drink?" He's like, "I'm going to order one." I went, "No, I'll get you one." "Are you sure, mate?" Yeah. What do you want?" Corona. Crown. Didn't do it deliberately. Didn't do it for banter. He said, "Panta Corona." I was like, "All right, no worries." So he got his blackcurrant cordial, his cup. He went off to fill his cup because in Weatherspoons, you fill up your coffee. They don't do it for you. There's a coffee machine and you can get unlimited, which is crazily good. If I were homeless, I'd just cruise in there and get off my face off coffee. There's lattes, hot chocolate, all the trimmings, tea. So he went over there and then I got the receipt. I said, "How much is that?" $8.98, please, sir. What? $8.98. So I think this girl initially thought I was complaining about the price. It wasn't anything to do with the price. Said $8.98, and I said, "Guys, Joey, what have you found now?" He said, "Your brain doesn't stop." They couldn't believe being around me. They said was just they didn't know what was going on. So how do you do what? How your brain doesn't stop? I was like, I ain't doing it to show off. It's like I can't stop. I said $8.98. Yep. I was like, "Joey, the Queen died on a date that came out in 8.9 or 9.8, like 8.98, and it's just come up to 8.98." It's like, "Oh, bro," and you ordered a Corona, like Crown, connected to the royal family, paid with a tenner, hey H965, paid with an Ayrton Senna, as I call it, a tenner, £10. It's 8.98. What's my change? £1 and 2p, 102. All right, 9/11. It lasted for 102 minutes. Elizabeth died 911 days after coronavirus was declared a global pandemic. That was on 3/11, and 3:11 p.m. is the 911th minute of the day. 9 times 11 is 99. Like Philip died at age 99 on the 99th day of the year. I'm like, it gets to a point where it keeps happening to me where I'm just like, I still get excited, like a giddy little kid. But I'm also not as like scared of it. I think it's beautiful. It's like God's talking to me. It really is, and it's off the charts. It's off the charts. These beautiful syncs that just tell me, guiding me. They say you have guardian angels. I think we do. Like when my flight got cancelled for no reason. Yes, I haven't got the money back, and it's killed me financially short term. But the fact I didn't get on that flight, I was supposed to fly to England, and then she died. And then I arrived when a coffin's getting moved from Westminster. I just arrived as it was happening, and it came on my plane. Thank you so much, Sidemen. That covers that Peroni, baby. Thank you very much for that. It means a lot. I wasn't trying to pull on your heartstrings with me getting my pants pulled down with the flight, but it's been 15 days and they haven't given me the $1,800 back. But again, I'm having a great time with my family. It is what it is. Thank you, mate. I appreciate you. I appreciate you being on the website as well. I appreciate the links that you put up, because everyone that you put up, I look over it, and sometimes I'm at a point now, bro, where you put a link, I don't have to watch it. I share it. That's the respect I have for you. See, Adam, you was protected. I think so. At the time, you feel like you're being attacked and cars getting screwed up and police pulling you over and la di da di da di da, all the stuff that were happening. I had to repeat my dog story. I'm not going to say it again, but that dog story was so special. And the dog that my mum has called Benji. Yesterday, I was playing pool with Red Pool Monkey. I don't know if you can see this. I've never seen a dog do this in my life. I don't know if you can see this. I was playing pool with Red Pool Monkey, both again really high level, like barely missed a shot. Benji got on the table, he jumped up and put his paws on the table to watch the game. Can you see that? He somehow jumped up and he put his paws on. He was watching every shot. Like it was the crucible, baby. It was probably the high level. You could smell it. You could sense the high level. That he jumped up. He was watching it all. Brilliant stuff. Brilliant stuff. Adiam's the happiest I've seen you in a live. Yeah, again, like I'm with my family. I haven't seen them in 5 years. 5 years. And I do like the exercise I can do here, the long runs I can go on, the bike rides, and it's just, yeah. England's got a lot going for it. But if I'm thinking like, where would I want to settle down and live my best life and be comfortable and free? It's probably the other side of the world in Mexico. I think if I came back here, I'd get set up, I'd get looked after, but I think eventually I'd be like, I don't think I could give up what I have out there. Definitely going back. If it gets to a point, like who knows what's going on? Like with my predictions, who knows if I'll ever get back? Like who knows if I'm gonna get back there? Woo-hoo, I don't know that. I ain't too worried. Either way, it is what it is where I'm gonna be. I don't know how long I'll be here. I'm sure there's some wild duration, to be honest. But yep, today's a big day. 19-9, Brady's draft, 199th pick. Francis born 12-17, the 199th prime. It's a big number, this 199, and it's the 46. 199 is the 46 prime. That's why Brady retired 46 days after the Pope's birthday. All by the numbers. Why is LeBron James is 4-6 and he ain't coming off that? Whatever the media try and tell you that the Lakers are going to do it this year. No, he's not coming off that. 4-6 in NBA Finals. He isn't. He isn't. I can say that just with conviction. I know what they try and do. The 5-6, the 6-6. Nah, he's done. Done. Just like Serena never got that 24th Grand Slam that she was going to get for Kobe. No, she wasn't. She was staying on 23, the 9th prime, and she did. All right. Right, I've got a message from a student here. It's different in Mexico, by the way, with the students. Like teachers do give students their numbers. It's fine. Yeah, just shut. Oh no, Lazzy, you can't be watching me in class. You can't be doing that, bro. Get me off. Watch it later when you're done. Have you seen the double slit experiment, Adam? Particles of matter have something of a wave about them and suggest that the very act of observing a particle has a dramatic effect on its behavior. I have. Same with water. It's really interesting. It's everything's energy, mate. So again, when you're observing something or you're giving attention to something, it does affect the energy of it. So yeah. And still got to England an hour before mum's. I got to my mum's house at 11 o'clock on the 14th of September, 14-9, 149, the 35th prime. Remember JFK was born on the 149th day of the year, the 35th president, all by the code. Christmas Day is on 12/25, and 1,225 is 35 times 35. It's a big number, the 35, guys. It's a huge number. I wonder how long I stay on 33 likes for. What a beautiful number. I can't believe we were 3-3 in the crossbar challenge. Really, I took a 9-8 lead as well. I just hit me. I took a 9-8 lead, and that's when she died. 9-8. I went 9-8 up, and I went hit back to back. It was 8-8. Wow, I've got a few 88s. Probably need a whole section on 88. It was 8-8. My turn. I hit 2 in a row, and the 10th one was on the side of the crossbar. He said we should have videoed this, the standard, man. I was like, It don't matter, bro. We don't need everything to be online. You and I have had this moment. We'll never, ever forget it. We don't necessarily need to show everyone how good we are at hitting the crossbar. It might have like affected how beautiful it was. You might have like been overthinking your strike and stuff. We were just casually talking, pinging. And one, it's like he's got an unbelievable ping and pass. And he went, I'm gonna ping you one, strike it volley. I was like outside of the box. He pinged this perfect pass to me, volley, bang, top corner. He went, whoa, jeez. I was like, and again, the way I'm different now, I would have gone, boom, look at that, bro. I was like, great pass, bro. Great pass. So, and we were having a chat because, again, anyone who knows me, anyone who's seen me play football, I've said this a few times without being arrogant. I'm better than most of those people playing pro, in my opinion. We were talking about this, and I won't be shocked if Paul Monkey he was at Cheltenham and all of that. Conveniently, we both get released, like unexpectedly. And I was talking to him about how much time they get, and he knows the game like I do. He's like, yeah, there's so much time, and they're just cruising around, and they get a round of applause for playing a 30-yard pass under no pressure, which pretty much any Sunday league player can do. Or they win a header. It's like, oh, do a little move. It's like, oh, wow. All right. And I'm like, he literally said about himself, he was like, listen, he don't call me the illusion. I call him Monkey. I was like, Monkey. And he's like, hey, it's the Monkey. We both sing that at the same time. But his name's, I'm not going to tell you his actual name. He might not want to know, but he calls me Adam. And he said, Adam, listen, if Liverpool wanted to bring me on for the last 20 minutes of a game and they're up by a couple of goals and they put me in the centre of the park and all I had to do was run, get the ball and basically play a few passes, the fans inside Anfield would not be going, who's this guy? He's out of place. What's that? You won't even know. You won't even know. You think he would fit in perfectly. And I bet if someone like me got in there and they gave me the space that they get, people would go, oh, I'll pay to watch this guy. And it's just a joke. And then we brought up like Kante. Like, what does he really do? Why is he like the best midfielder in the world? Like central midfielder, defensive midfielder. What does he do? He just runs. He doesn't score. He doesn't assist. He just runs and plays sideways passes. And it's like, what they've convinced you that these guys are so good. I told you Gary Neville was amazing. Was he? Absolutely ruin him if I came up against him. Probably would have done 10 years ago. It's just a joke what they do. How they can convince you that somebody's great. And they tell you these politicians are so smart and intelligent. Are they? Are they? Tell you all these actors are so beautiful. Have you seen some of them when you see them in the person? They're not. They're not at all. They don't look anything that like they look like on TV. All right. 7 colors of light spectrum, yeah. 7 colors in a rainbow. 7 deadly sins. 7 days in a week. 7 chakras. 7 golden candlesticks. 7 dwarfs. Brady's got 7 rings, just like Saturn. That's why he's not going to come off it. Everyone's telling me again, the Bucks are winning it. Let's see about that, won't we? Let's see about that. And for the guy, I don't really want negativity. The guy who bombards me every day saying that I should be doing everything for free and stealing people's money. I don't get what's going on in that little head of yours. How can I be stealing money off people? They're paying for a service that they like and people renew it. It's no different to going out for dinner. All right? The restaurant's not stealing your money. You got the cinema. It's not stealing your money. So this guy who you message me every day, I think the thing is you just want everything for free. Do you want me to just let you sign up to my website for free? That'll make you feel better. What about this Celtic riddle? All right. This was the one I sent him and he didn't have an answer for it. Celtic, who were playing against St Mirren, who were 8-1 to win. All right. In reality, in reality, Celtic and Rangers should never lose a game unless it's against one another. All right. They're playing in Champions League and they're getting beat by St Mirren. The reason they got beat by St Mirren was all about the Queen. It's simple. They had that 6-1 as well, Celtic. They dropped to 6-1. Stay on 18 points, 61 the 18th prime. 6 + 6 + 6 is 18. So they lose to St Mirren. And remember the Celtic fans before the game were doing a chant that they hate the royal family, that they hate them. All right. Then they go against this team, St. Mirren, connected to a church. And what did I see with that? Well, St. Mirren scored after 43 minutes. First of all, Elizabeth equals 43. 4-3 is when Jesus died, April the 3rd. That's why Brady won the Super Bowl 55 at age 43. But St. Mirren scored after 43 minutes and 53. So 10 minutes apart, the two goals, that 10 that I always talk about. But 43 plus 53 is 96. The Queen died at 96. And Dame Helen Mirren, capital letters, portrayed her in the Queen movie. And St. Mirren just beat Celtic, where both the goals accumulated to 96, like the Queen died at 96, right after the Celtic fans were basically chanting that they hate the royal family. That's why St. Mirren won. It wasn't because they did an incredible performance and Celtic were a bit off and they were tired from Europe and they got complacent. It was nothing to do with that. It was the code. And that's where I'm like, that seems like they're mocking us. That's when I sometimes think maybe they can find a way of doing that. Like Helen Mirren, who played the Queen, and then St. Mirren beat Celtic, who hate the Queen. It's like, I do this stuff every day, guys. Every single day. And not to show off, it's just to make you think like this isn't. And I ain't saying the players knew. I ain't saying every St. Mirren player knew they were going to win that game. I don't know that. I can't prove that. But I can connect those dots and make you think. I don't think they can all possibly know what's going on. To be honest with you, I do believe that they do have a lot of knowledge. And I say this a lot now, is that I've done this for 2 years. And one of the biggest compliments people give me is, how do you know so much in 2 years? Imagine they've been knowing this since they were children. Think about what the royal family members know from like 3 years old. All right, and how they're trained and how they're programmed, and they know how this is going on. Thank you so much, Lady Hawk. That means a lot. Thank you. Thank you very much for that. Now I'll pay for some onion badges for my mum. I think she gets the spinach keema or something. She loves spinach. And don't judge me. I don't know why I say this. I get chicken korma, ladies and gentlemen. Woo, it's very mild. Woo, but I love coconut. I get onion badges, chapatis, rice, chicken korma. I can eat spicy food, definitely. But I just love a korma. So why not get it? Woo, why not get it? I love it. I enjoy it. Brody, Canada, 11/12/2022. 322 from Justin Trudeau's birthday. 14 weeks, 4 days for my deputy PM, Christia Freeland. Like, that's a made-up name, isn't it? Freeland. I've already looked. Is that November the 12th? Or is it the 11th of December? Because I have a big riddle for the 11th of December. That's November. I've got more of December. Chicken korma and chips. Nice, happy face, man. Nice. The chips I really like are the Chinese chips, which I've not had yet. I'm just spending a fortune though, because you know when you meet people every day now, Edwards, ads, Edders, Illusion. Let's get down to the pub. Let's get this. Like, it's like, oh geez, that's going to be another 40 quid or 50 quid, and then someone wants to meet me in the evening. But again, we know that money is just a big control tool, big illusion, really. Spend it whilst you have it. I always said you don't want to die with $1 billion in your account, do you? Yes, because if you have kids, you can give it to them. Nah, come on, like, enjoy your money if you have it. The universe will look after you. If you're a good person, you work hard, you might run out of money. You might have hard times, baby. You might have those hard times, baby. But again, enjoy your money whilst you have it. Don't feel guilty for having an extra pint or ordering onion badges. Oh, I shouldn't probably pay that extra 3 quid. Get them. Because when you're eating it and you're like, oh, Ooh, that's more than £3, isn't it? You're going to take me to Costco. All right. Okay. Day out in Costco. The 33-degree mob do not know what is going on until they get to 32 degree. I have a 30-degree mate at golf and he knows nothing. You got, you know what? They did not tell him. Yeah, again, when it comes to masonry, there's so many different levels. I think the ones only right at the top, the so-called illuminated ones at the top, they know what's going on. The rest of them, they don't know. That's why I say you have like 5th-degree masons telling like people, this is what's going on, that's what's going on. I know this, I know. You don't know shit, and you could be getting lied to because it's a secret society. They could be lying to you. That's why. How many times do I say you've got to find your own truth? That's why the word truth has you in the middle of it. I say that you don't need to go to secret society that could be feeding you shit. All right, that you think's legit. She's dressing up, looking all ridiculous, and going through rituals. It doesn't mean the information they're giving you is legit. You got to find that for yourself. And even when you think you found it, you don't know if it's legit or not. But if it feels right, then roll with it. Roll with it. That's what I do. Sidemen, for example, listen on YouTube, first and second book of Adam and Eve or the book of the Cave of Treasures. It will literally blow your mind. It did mine. Simon said that sounds interesting. I'll have to check that out. Adam, you're right about football being fixed. That's why it's called fixtures. You have a fixture list. But again, it depends how you define the word fix. For me, it's predetermined. And I think the outcomes are, but I don't know if they all know. So how I can best say it is in WWE, they tell you now it's predetermined. But in pro sports, they don't. But I think soon they will. And again, if you're watching a wrestling match, you might think you know who's going to win. But they can do anything. And that's how I see it. All I want you guys to get from me with sports, yes, if you win money, it's nice in this economy. But if you lose it, it's even more risky now. You know what I mean? In this economy, betting is more risky than ever. But obviously, when you win, it's always great. But it's a dangerous game, gambling, however good my codes are. I want you to just stop giving your energy to it. I know it brings a lot of joy to people and it connects a lot of people, and that's all good. That's fine. But try not to get so disheartened if your team loses. Don't be buying the shirts. Don't be asking players for autographs. But again, that's all down to you. I personally can't. If I saw like the England squad in my garden now, I wouldn't go up unless I was gonna like go in and code them. I wouldn't care. So that's the thing. I would rather you give your energies. Like today, I went, for example, on this bike ride with my mum. Had a drink. I'd much rather do that now than sit in front of a screen and watch whatever's going on TV tonight. I'm sure there's no sports games. There's no football games. NFL game. Philadelphia against the Vikings. Philadelphia is all about revelation, which is interesting. See if we can polish off a family pizza meal, 18-inch pizza, 18-inch garlic bread for those 18s, and unlimited drinks. I usually have a foot-long hot dog whilst I wait. Chris Holding, anyone who knows me, I annihilate food. For my build, I ain't big, am I? But you think I can't take on 9-inch of a pizza and 9-inch of garlic bread with unlimited drinks? Mate, I'll have that for a starter. Ooh, get some wedges. Woo. Okay. Get some fries. Ooh, no, I can't call them fries in England, can I? Chips, baby. Get some onion rings if you want. I'll polish them off. Get me a hot dog. All right, I'll do it, bro. You'll see. Oh, I'm getting hungry now. Getting hungry. Easy, Adam. I'm from Bradford and I don't gamble. Just do decodes like yourself. Brilliant, Tom. If I can help you, let me know. If you want to meet me, and maybe I can help you. People always seem to learn when they meet me. If you want to meet me, let me know. Email me. My description's in the link. That makes no sense. My email's in the description. If you want to meet me for a drink, it's Bradford. I can meet you. I'll ask you about your journey, and if you have any questions for me, I'll answer them. What do I know about Stargate? It's nothing. Was there anyone in that casket? I don't believe so. But again, questions like that, I can't really. If I said yes, no, there's no point in me saying probably not. I think Elizabeth went ages ago, but they had to announce it on this date for the astrology and all of that. I think she probably has gone a long time ago, but I just knew that I said in many videos the character Queen Elizabeth is going at 96 2 years ago. And you'll see in my book why. Whole chocolate cake, Adam. Ooh, I ain't that much of a sweet tooth kind of guy. I don't think I could have a full-blown chocolate cake, like a chocolate gatto. Nah, I'll be honest, I ain't gonna take that down. I feel sick after it. When it comes to savory, your pizza, your chips, your hot dogs, your bags of crisps, all that type of stuff, sandwiches. Like this morning, my mum made me a bacon sandwich and an egg sandwich. I think I broke a record how quickly I ate it. Glass of milk as well. Should have had a tea, but a glass of milk felt right. The Sonic floorboard in the church, yep. Yep. Which is all about duality. That's all that is, duality and polarity. That's why a chessboard's black and white. It has the king and queen, the most powerful parts of the chess board, aren't they? The queen can go wherever she wants on the board. King's pretty limited. Toffee pudding, brilliant. Divine. Comment of the night. Toffee pudding, custard, cup of tea. You've nailed it there, Divine. That was a Divine comment right there. But Divine, are you a custard or vanilla ice cream kind of girl? And I won't judge either one. I think both of them are great calls. Said she died of leukemia. What, like Roman Reigns supposedly had leukemia, and then he came back and became world champion, dominating after leukemia. That was just to get him over with the fans. It's crazy what they do. But again, you've got to take your emotion out of a lot of this. If you're able to do that, you will see with clarity. If your emotions controlling how you see the world, you will get walked all over. You know what I mean? That is legit. I think I can say that with conviction. If you're overly emotional, people will take advantage of that. And that's what they do to the majority of people, because a lot of people are so nice to their detriment at times. That's why you need a ruthless streak as well. You need to be able to stick up for yourself. I've always had that. If I don't agree, I'll tell you. More now than ever, to be honest. Did the Queen say she'd come back or something? No. She was always well spoken. She never really said anything majorly controversial. That's why I said she went at the age that she did, because the current generation and past generations, we've all grown up with the Queen. So we all somewhat have some sort of a connection with the Queen. Whether you're 5 years old or you're 10 or you're 15, you're 20, you're 30, you're 50, you're 90, you've grown up with her. So yeah, for me, like I got this today. I'm not going to say who it's from. And they're just being nice. This is what I mean. I ain't going to say anything. Sent me an image of the funeral and said, "My condolences to you and your country." That's where I just say thanks. I could easily come around and say, I have no interest, to be honest. But I know all I had to say there was thanks. Didn't have to get into it with her and make a point. She's doing that from a nice place by saying that. And I wasn't going to go back and forth and say, yeah, what an amazing. I was like, thanks. I'll see you when I'm back in Mexico. She didn't even know I was here. 9 years, 11 days from Katy Perry, Perfume, Fallen Queen to the announcement of her death. 6 years, 6 months, and 6 days between London. Yeah, I've got the 666 with London Fallen. I have no idea what that Katy Perry one is. I didn't even know she had her own perfume. So I kind of love people who find those wild syncs, like literally looking into Katy Perry's perfume, because it is they literally, that's brilliant UK box talk. It is little things like that are all coded, and it all somehow comes together, even literally with somebody's perfume. Custard, good call, great call. Go on, Divine, with the custard shot. This is a very good analysis, Adam. Just be nice. Yeah, there's a time and a place, you know what I mean? So, if I feel like somebody's doing something from a good place, you don't have to rise, you don't have to disagree and go, you just let them be. Let them be. All right? That's how I am now. I won't judge anyone because I'm really strong with free will. It's changed my life, that mindset, I think, recently. 6079 Smith, as you're in here, I have to tell you what I said earlier. Thank you. I appreciate you. I respect you. I cannot respond to your iMessages. You could send me another 500. I can't respond in England. I tried to call you on FaceTime. It didn't allow me. If you can try call me, see if it works. It doesn't work on my end. I ain't ignoring you. I'm loving your comments on the website. Many people are. Keep. And you said, so I stopped doing it. No, bang them out. Keep posting, bro. I ain't ignoring you. And I ain't ignoring Kathy either on the iMessage. Maybe download WhatsApp. September the 8th was National Iguana Awareness Day. Are you serious? And they call her Elizabeth? I have to check that. That's funny. Iguana Day was the day she died. She gets called a lizard. It is. I might have to. I'll slip that in the book just for banter. Every September the 8th, we observe National Iguana Awareness Day. The day is the ideal opportunity to learn more about caring for your pet iguana. You may pick up advice on caring for your iguana and learn some grooming techniques. Just visualizing an iguana like wearing a suit with like slick back area. Giorgio Armani perfume on. Iguanas are excellent pets for people with limited space. All right. I can't believe that there's a National Awareness Day for iguanas. That's pretty hilarious, but yeah, I don't know. Can I slip that in with it being Elizabeth? I might say it's interesting how Elizabeth died 9/8. There's National Iguana Awareness on 9/8. Who comes up with this and why 9/8? Let me see what iguana is. If iguana's 89 or 98, again, I won't get angry anymore. I'll laugh. I'll laugh if iguana's one of those. Let me see what iguana is. Iguana, on my word, it's 26 in the purest cipher. Queen 26, born 26, became the Queen 26. Iguana's 26. It had to be, didn't it? It had to be 26. That is the biggest number with the Queen, is 26. Iguana's 26. Check it. Wait, who left that comment? How did you know that? Because this is funny, like just the amount of knowledge I have now, not being cocky, of random stuff. I'm like, how do I know? Knowing me tomorrow, I'm gonna see an iguana with a girl or a guy or whatever. I'm gonna see an iguana, and I'm literally they're going, oh, that's beautiful. I'm gonna go, yeah, yeah. Well, did you know that every September the 8th we observe this National Iguana Awareness Day? What? Yeah, yeah. Every September the 8th, it's a National Iguana Awareness Day. Basically, it's an ideal opportunity to learn more about caring for your pet iguana. Adam, how do you know that? I don't know. Some guy told me and I remembered. It's funny the stuff that I say to people now. They're like, I don't believe you. I'm like, check it. Check. Pet a check. Check it. And they go, oh, you're right, aren't you? I'm like, yeah. So there's an iguana one. I didn't know that. Thank you, Elizabeth. That's a great play on words, isn't it? I like that one. King Charles is the Serpent King, is the king reptile on earth. He very well could be. Look at Revelation 9:11 about the king, and you'll see why Elizabeth died 911 days after coronavirus was declared. Somebody's saying, when is the book coming out roughly? Tomorrow, but it depends on your time zone. I'm going to have to, let me check the time now. 6:34. I'll be eating soon. I'm going to work on it all night. Actually, this evening, I cancelled on somebody for the book. If I say it's going to be done the 20th of September, it's going to be done. And there's multiple ways I'm going to go about doing this. I was thinking about the book a lot recently. And this is 2 years. It's sacrifice, it's knowledge, it's so much that I've given up for this book. And I was thinking about a price for it, and I don't care if people say this is expensive, they don't have to pay for it. what felt right to me, I don't know why I was writing this stuff down. What felt right to me is 9.99. There's too many 666s. There's a 999 for the emergency dialing code. There's just the 9 plus 9 plus 9 is 27. And Brady, when he won Super Bowl 55, it was on 2-7. That's when I realized how good I was at this. And then he retired with 333 days left in the year, and 3 times 3 times 3 is 27, and 2 plus 7 is 9. It just the 999. And remember, if you've been watching my work now for a long time, I've been raving on about 9 heavily for about 8 months. Heavily with 9 ever since Prince Philip died at age 99 on the 99th day of the year, and Super Bowl last season's NFL season began on 9/9, 99 days before the Pope's birthday, and 99-year-old Betty White died. And just 9 times 9 is 81. Kobe's highest scoring game, 81. I was like, I lived in California, which was founded 9/9. It's like, I'm going 9.99. I'm literally going to go like the WWE, whatever it's called. I forgot what it's called now. The network, 999 for your 666. I ain't doing this for a satanic reason. It's just out of all the numbers, and for what I've done and how incredible this stuff is, and it's 2 years of work, whether it's hardback or not. All right, you can do that if you want it. Told you I ain't going to be on Amazon or getting a book deal and not with the knowledge I'll be sharing there. So that's what I'm going to do. Anyone on my website gets it for free. Maybe your safe bet's getting on the website for $10. You get a whole month. So everyone on my website's getting it for free. I'll send them it. I'll work out with Gabriel, getting it up there for you to download. That's what I'm going to do. I think it's really fair. Like going out here and spending £6 on a beer. That might be my curry now, actually. £6 on a beer. It's like, my word. I drink it in like 2 minutes. Like, come on. It's weird how people's mindset is for spending certain money. Like they'll spend it on this and not care. Spend £25 on parking, whatever. They get a book that could potentially change their life and change the lives of people around them. Yeah, I'm going to go with that, I think. It could be way more, but I think 9.99. If anyone's got a better number and gives me a good reason, maybe 9/11. I could do 9/11. I could do 9/11. I don't know. Simpsons season 24, episode 9. Watch it. Okay. Simpsons season 24. Homer joins a survivalist group whose leader has set up a retreat to prepare for the end of the world. Wait, this is 24/9, like the date they're going on about, the 24th of September, the end of the world. Ooh. Fox, remember the network's Fox, which is 666 in Pythagorean numerology. Watch me bring this book out, blow people's minds, and then on the 24th, the world ends. Again, the world will never end. It's infinite. It's never going to end. And if it does, it'll be for good reasons, in my opinion. It was episode 9. It's more confirmation for the 9. I've told you 24 times 9 is 216. And 2 plus 1 plus 6 is 9. I've got to do 9.99. Wow, that's a great find, bro. Homer Goes to Prep School is the name of this episode. You see, Homer has the M here with the 2 hairs for Masonic. That's that 93 again. Homer Goes to Prep School, 93. Now, I hand on my heart believe that Jesus is returning and it's going to be in our lifetime. But I'm trying to figure out in my head, what is that date? What is that 24/9? What's going to go on? Let me check something. I've got something in my book that I've predicted, but I'm not going to give it away, and YouTube will take my video down. With the connects I've made, it'll take my video down. I ain't going to say it now. So that's interesting. Wow, Homer Goes to Prep School is 267. September the 24th, or the 24th of September is the 267th day of the year. This could be big, guys. That's 2 weeks and 2 days after Elizabeth died. At 22 in 2022, the 22nd World Cup. The master builder number, which is actually, it seems to be the most powerful number. I thought it was 33. It could be 22 from what I'm reading. But check this out. Elizabeth died on 9/8. And September the 24th leaves 98 days left in the year. Something's happening on this date. I don't know what, but something's going to happen. I ain't going to worry about it. There's no point. Worrying is wasted energy. Wait, Elizabeth died 9/8/2022. Wasn't that on a day leaving 114 days left in the year, and Homer goes to prep school is 114? There's no accidents with the name of these episodes, and when they are as well. Queen Elizabeth, I know this from research. She's appeared in The Simpsons 6 times. So I put it in my 6 section. She's been in it 6 times. And supposedly, I don't know how legit it is, there was an episode where they predicted she would die in 2022. Again, you don't know what they do with that now. The fact checkers deny it. Probably happened. I wish people literally had every episode of The Simpsons on like a DVD to check if it did happen or not, because they lie. 22 years is the sun's hail cycle. Yep. Good knowledge. It's important to learn about these cycles. It's very important. I've been coding all these world wars and doing the durations, and it's scary. Not scary. When I say scary, it's just wild. Wild's probably a better word. Drinking literal blackcurrant juice out of something that deserves a whiskey in it. Going all big time. This is blackcurrant juice. So I would say this: don't be afraid of what's about to go down. If something horrific happens, major if, I think God's in control, but even if you don't believe in God, if something major happens and the world ends, we all go out together. And like, you know what I mean? There's not, if that is what happens, which I don't think at all it is. I believe Jesus does return. This is his kingdom. It was, and he's going to come back and get it. The return of Adam to England, the return of Cristiano Ronaldo to Manchester. All right. I believe in God. Whatever happens here, that's why, if you know this with me over the last year, I ain't become attached to anything. I ain't majorly attached. I gave up pretty much everything that supposedly makes you successful. I gave it all up. I felt something in my soul. So for me, it'll be divine if something does happen on that day. I'll still be in England. I know on the 24th of September, I'm going to be here. And if I'm meant to have come back to be here and it's the end of the world and I'm with my family, then boom, thank you, God, whatever. But nah, it's not going to be the end of the world on that date. I don't think the world ever ends. There might be a new world order. Something major may happen, all right, like 9/11. There might be a major event, hard to predict, probably connected to the Vatican. Pope Francis is doing stuff around that date. So just keep an eye on it all. But when you are not aware of this knowledge, you'll be in for the shock of your life. So how many times have I said that for a year and a half? If you don't learn this knowledge within the next year or so, you're going to be in for the shock of your life. I'd rather be prepared for it. And if it doesn't happen, great. You know what I mean? I'd rather prepare for it or spiritually be aware of it and it not happen than be clueless and it happen. That's my mindset with it. So again, none of us truly know what's about to go down. If it's something major, it's God. And if it happens the way it's supposed to happen, I'll take it, however bad it is. That's my thing. I feel really comfortable with that. I'm not going to be, I built up this website and people are really starting to acknowledge the illusion now. I could have been a star and then this happened. I don't care about that at all. Not at all. And when I went out with Red Pill Monkey and these 3 18, 19-year-olds came up to me in the bar and said, "Are you the illusion?" It didn't feel right. I didn't like it. Whereas if you would have given me that a year ago, Yeah, you're damn right I am. How's it going, lads? I was like, yeah, yeah. It's like, wow, like, wow, like all that's like crazy. The place where I went was about 20 minutes away from my house, and they knew where I was, whispering to each other. I was like, this is strange. Like that was growth for me because I know back in the day that would have got to my head, but it actually kind of made me cringe. And guys, if anyone wants to meet me and hang out, like I ain't saying it's cringeworthy. Absolutely nothing. You want to get to know me, hang out, have a laugh, get to know Adam and the illusion. I'll do it, but don't be like, I love you. Don't do that. I can't. It's giving me stomach ache. No, I can't. I don't like that worship. Um, even though I used to be obsessed with myself. Wow. Adam, YouTube season 24, episode 9, Asteroid and Empatech. Asteroid. I will, I'm going to have to go soon. I'll look into it. Yeah, that's why we can't explain the structures all around the world because they built them, and that's why it's called Freemasonry, because the beginning of the nights they were ripping off the free brick. Yeah, they are Masons, they're stone Masons. That's why John Stones recently scored against number 33, the Dortmund keeper, and highest rank of Masonry is 33 degrees. Stones scores against 33. Stones with the Georgia Guidestones. It's crazy. It could be something with New York. It could be not. It could be York in England, which was the capital. York Minster. I want to go to York. Whilst I'm here, I love York. It's one of my favourite cities in England. Basically London, but not as busy. So I'll do about 5 more minutes because I want to spend the rest of the evening with my mum. The rapture is soon. Luke 21:36, Matthew 24:40, Revelation 3:10. Yeah, I've been reading it all, bro. It's on its way, isn't it? I believe. Sweet 16 days after a death, 924 a death on 9/8. 9/8 is, yeah, divided by 2 is 49. 24 nights. Yeah. Yeah, it's going to be interesting that day. It's just the fact that they've made it so easy. It's also 13 days after 9/11. Just that number scandalously important to these people when you study the numbers. They love that number 13. So what I'll have to do some durations, but I think with this one, there'll be something big. It might not be like the end of the world, but something will be announced, something's going to happen that may hopefully wake up a ton of people. I'm going to just try and be positive about it. I ain't going to be having sleepless nights about it. I don't sleep anyway. That's not out of anxiety or worry. It's just my brain's so stimulated. I think when the book's done, I'll calm down. Adam's mum is an absolutely beautiful lady. I'll tell her you said that. I'll tell her you said that. She really is a phenomenal woman. And my dad is a phenomenal guy. So I'm grateful. I'm glad that Joey met her, Red Pill Monkey met her, to see like people now who are really meeting me. They're like, this Adam is so organic. I think you can feel that in the energy and who I am. I ain't some wannabe. I ain't this fake guy. I'm as real as they come. I speak my truth, speak my mind. Smart. I can be a joker as well. I don't take myself too seriously. So the fact is, I met Joey and Gintera. I met Red Pill Monkey. That was worth the flight itself, to be honest, just for that and see my family and all of that. So if I had to go home tomorrow, like if I was all panicky now, I'd probably say, oh, I better get on the flight because what if they're going to cancel flights? Because nah, I'm staying here. London has 33 obelisks. You know, there's 33 Lord Mayors in the United Kingdom. Seems to be a big number. Coronavirus declared a pandemic 311. 3 times 11 is 33. Listen, somebody's saying chronic, you believe pro sports is satanic. I believe sports are absolutely unbelievable, but the professional game's being infiltrated by Lucifer, just like education system has, just like pharmaceutical industry has. It could all be great, couldn't it? Like helping people medically is great. All right. Being physically active and having talent and inspiring people is great. And then they have to throw gambling into it. And then they have to throw celebrity worship. And then they have to throw symbolism in every celebration, whatever sun celebration he did. Like all that stuff doesn't need to be done. That again, I shared a video on my website. It wasn't mine. I found it, or somebody sent me it. A 7-minute video about professional sports and how Lucifer runs it. So all your elite stars are aware of that and they worship him because they know that it was him that allowed him to do what he just did. That Son hat trick wasn't Son. And I'm beginning to think people like Son know that. So when he's doing that, he's thanking the one-eyed God and all of that. All right, these silly celebrations that they do that I've caught, didn't I? Caught a year ago, did videos about it. Or whatever, Adam, whatever. Kids are doing that in the park. Why? Because they're watching their idols do it. That's why they're doing it. They don't just randomly start doing it. They're watching their idols do it on a Saturday and a Sunday, and then they go do it. So that's what kids do. So that's the logic I've had to deal with and be so patient with, where people are saying, Adam, my 7-year-old does that. Is he a Satan worshipper? No, he's not aware of it. He's just replicating his idol. Idol. They all saying icon people. All right. So better get off. Thank you so much for the $10 and the $5. That means a lot. All adds up, baby. And if there is only 5 days left before the world ends, go enjoy it. See it as a test now. Imagine it. Imagine this. You've got 5 days left. Imagine we all knew for a fact. 24th of September, it's over. Go enjoy yourself. Go order some food now. Go call your mate. Go tell someone you love them. Go try learn an instrument. See if you can figure it out. All right. Go enjoy the next 5 days. Don't worry about don't be like panicking about what's going to happen. You can't control that, but you can control what you're going to do the next 5 days prior to that. So go do something fun. I'm going to be enjoying it, making the most of every day whilst I'm here. Whether it's 5 days, 10 days, 20 days, 30 days, I don't even know when I'm going back. So that's my advice to you with all this. Yeah, I agree, Lady Hawk, that Satan is his own worst enemy. Stubborn, which is not a great trait, you know what I mean? But I do believe he knows he's lost already because it's written in the book. He knows he's lost. That's why he hates Jesus, because he's lost. And there's no way whatever he does, he's not going to win. But he can take people down with him. I do believe that. He can definitely take people down with him to his level. So yeah, all right, I'm off. Cheers. Thanks for your support. Will I go live tomorrow? I don't know. Will the book be out tomorrow? I guess I may have to do a live. This book, guys. Wow. And I want to thank anyone who's inspired this book, anybody who's sent me a comment and I said, like the guy who said, look into the Simpsons episode, and then anyone who's done that, 6079, you people who leave these codes and allow me to look into them and find more. Thank you. And I also want to thank everyone who's hammered me for 2 years. All right. I'll give you a thank you as well, because you really have pushed me, probably more than the people who've loved me, the ones who've hammered me and said you're talking nonsense. So I'll give you a big shout out as well, those people. So yeah, I'm off. I'm going to get a curry. I can't wait. I look really tired. I know I don't look great, but whatever, baby. Will England win the World Cup? I was 100% say put money on them. If there is a World Cup and they're plus 900, 9-1, definitely get a bit of cash. I've said it numerous times. England, Argentina, Brazil. Brazil is 6-1. England are 9-1. Argentina 11-1. If you put, for example, £100 on each one of them, you're staking 300. If Brazil win the favourite, you get 300 profit. All right. If England win, you get 600 profit. If Argentina win, you get significantly more profit than that. That's how I would bet smart. All right. You get what, 800 if Argentina win it. If it's any other nation, then yeah, I got it wrong. I'll be shocked. but you've lost £300. I've just lost $1,800 with a flight. You get on with it. If you win, it's nice. It gives you interest during the World Cup. So that's what I would say to you. If you go all in on England and you think it's a lock and you're going to buy a new car with your winnings and they lose and then you hate me, that's your problem. So I never said to do that. All right. Yeah, there you go. Argentina, England, smart. And obviously, when I'm coding, if there is a World Cup and I'm coding it, I'll know in the first couple of games where they're going with it. I'll identify the numbers instantly. I'll see what they're doing in the group stages. Once it gets knockout, that was going to be easy. You know when England won the World Cup in '66? They scored 11 goals and conceded 3, 1-1-3, like when coronavirus was declared a pandemic. Google it. How many goals did England score and concede in the 1966 World Cup? They scored 11. They conceded 3. 1-1-3. Check it out. I think that's in the book somewhere floating around. It's 111 weeks and 777 days after Air India crash. What's the Air India crash? That sounds like something I might have to slip in. Might explain why there's so many Indians in England now. Some ritual with it. India, probably something with the cricket team of England. All right, I'm off. Thank you for everything. Adios. Take care. And much love and thanks for all that you do. Appreciate you all. Wait, I've got to leave with this. Yo, bro, it's not the end of the world on September 24th, but a big event is going to happen. Asteroid at Ampatech, La Palma, Trigon, soon. Yeah, I agree. I agree. It's something major. It's probably going to be connected to the weather. Yeah, I don't think it's the end of the world. I said that. All right. Bye. Thank you. If you want to meet me, drop me an email. But you got to come to me. Woo. Bye-bye.